Kia ora, guys, gals, and legionnaires. Rykon here, and welcome back to Star Wars, a RimWorld tale. And, we, at the end of the last episode, succumbed a little bit to the Empire. We had some tax collectors come our way who, wanted us to give them silver for essentially being on their land. And it does actually look like we can trade with them, and I didn't think that we would be able to. Maybe we should at the very least talk to them and see what they have available. This will give you an idea of the different items and things like that that are available in the game as well, because there are a whole host of different things that are now available as well. As you can see, credits. Credits are a big form of currency in this. Obviously, it's the credit of the Galactic Republic, or the Galactic Empire. But I don't think there's anything that we want to try and get from them here. So I think we're just going to go ahead and cancel that. I'll allow, I'm going to go and feed Triton. Nice. Fair enough. You go do that. You do you. I feel like that should actually be shifted across. Well, actually, no, it can't really, can it? We should still be able to get through there. We might actually not be able to. I might have to go ahead and reinstall this. I'm just going to reinstall it in the corner there. Pyre, is that really the fastest way to go? I think it is. Well, at least maybe it is a little bit. Obviously, we're not really offering them any kind of hospitality at the moment, and I don't know whether or not they agree with the strange structure that we're constructing. They probably don't know or realize that it is actually, in fact, a temple. Yes. I'm going to mark some of these for harvest, just because I am going to want that bamboo for the floor. But at the same time, I want to make sure that these actually do not produce spoils in 3 days. Yeah, so we do want those to get cooked into meals sooner rather than later. And things like that, the palm tree that's just in the way, that's slowing us down a fair amount. So hopefully Triton will be able to deal with that for us. Be very grateful. Thank you very much, good sir. Yeah, you just hang out there for now. And yeah, sure, stargaze for a bit, my friend. It looks like that's pretty much almost completely healed. So we shouldn't have any scars or anything like that left over from the little encounter that we had, so that's the hope. Oh, the door is now, well, that's going to be annoying. Let's ask for that to be urgently hauled. But look at this, we actually have some meals. Yay, the very first of those. So I'm probably going to forbid these survival meals for the time being, with the hopes that we are going to consume these other meals first before we do anything else. And it is just simple meals that we're making here because we don't want to be going overboard. But yeah, 3 days is what we've got at the moment. 3 days. So that's why we're not going to create too much of it because, yeah, it's going to go, oh, okay, all right. Well, we do need a name. So what is our name going to be? Well, I'm going to think about this for a little bit. I'm going to try and run it over in my mind what I think we should end up calling this place and our faction, of course, and I'll be back with you in a moment. All right, I have returned, and for a faction name, I've settled on Knights of Rhyton, and Rhyton obviously being a combination of both Rykon and Triton, and the temple itself is Rhyton Temple, so it sounds interesting now that I'm saying it out loud. Rhyton Temple. Well, Rhyton Temple is going to be the name of this temple, and we are the Knights of Rhyton, which sounds really weird now that I'm saying it, but hey, I think it works. I feel like it works well enough, and we're just going to have the construction continue. It looks like we are failing a little bit, which is unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. It looks like we used all that bamboo very, very quickly. The bamboo doesn't stick around for too long, but Triton is making some more meals for us as well, so where I can see the bamboo is available, my voice went really weird then for a second, we are going to try and harvest the bamboo that is ready to be harvested. Boom, and got some more down there. Yeah, there we go. Fantastic. Good stuff. Okay, all right. I'm happy that the banana trees and everything else are just going to keep on growing back. It would be great if we could plant some of those. I'm hoping that we will be able to in the future. We've got our first door down there as well, which is brilliant. And we're kind of semi-close to getting our first room constructed as well. We are out of blocks though, it looks like. So we are going to need Pyre to go back and start constructing that a little bit more for us. Yeah, hopefully she is going to jump in and start doing that soon. It does mean that some other things can be placed down, and it's because we have access to wood at the moment. So the reason that she is doing that rather than doing that is the fact that there is still wood around. And that's kind of okay. It's semi-okay. It's going to take a while to cut through all these trees, so it's probably good that they are actually working together on that. And we've even got Triton jumping in as well and getting involved with getting this temple off the ground, getting it started at the very least. And I think it's going to be a cool temple. Now, I did talk about it being more of like a pyramid structure. I think that's going to be the overall structure, but right now we are just going to stick with the squares just because they're a little bit more efficient for us. Yeah, it's going to work out a little bit better. God, leave me alone. I was just on the loo. Empire officials. They're always the same. We've got a mad animal. Okay, a local chinchilla. That could be the end of us. And it's actually, you know what? I'm not going to do anything. It's going to go and attack one of the, it's going to attack her. And I'm actually, oh no, now it's going to attack Pyre. Okay, well, let's actually have a look and see what she is going to be capable of. So this chinchilla, wherever it is where are you, chinchilla? You're all the way up there. Okay, so I'm going to actually mark this for hunting. And that should mean that Pyre is pretty much, as soon as she's done chopping down this tree, actually, if I just tell her now, she's going to go and start hunting the chinchilla. I'm actually going to get her to stand her ground here. This weapon does have great range on it, but it's very, very slow firing. And that combined with the fact that Pyre is also a careful shooter means that she is really going to take her time with these shots. So question is going to be, is she going to have enough time to shoot at it? Yes, but she's missing. Okay, all right. Well, that's unfortunate. It gives us a chance to actually try and, I guess, improve our shoot a little bit here. There we go. Nicely done. All right. Okay, so we don't have a butcher's table just yet. So both of those are probably going to rot away. Yeah. Unless we can actually get that constructed, which is, it's possible, but it's just unlikely because a lot of the wood that we're using at the moment is going straight into the construction of the temple. And, yeah. Probably not going to see much change there. That's fine. All of this is temporary as well. Like, this isn't going to be out the front of the temple. We're going to be breaking all of this down and getting the resources back from it. So it is just temporary while we are still here. And a failed construction sucks, but it's not the end of the world. And we did move that as well, so that's great. So we should be able to go over here and now go butcher creature. Make bulk silage and kibble. Interesting. Interesting. Silage is for, like... Oh, you shouldn't be doing that, bud. There we go. It's now yours. There we go. You can go do stuff. Actually, you know what? It'd be better if you were butchering, really. Cooking a simple meal is great and all, but if we can butcher these creatures, we're actually going to get some meat from them. And the meat isn't going to last for a long time. But yeah, there was actually a fair amount of resources that we did harvest. They were disappointed by their stay. Okay, they've had enough, and I'm not surprised. We didn't have anywhere for them set up for them to stay. So yeah, like I said, I'm not surprised that they feel that way, and I'm actually okay with them feeling that way because we don't actually like the Empire. They were the ones that essentially exiled us here in the first place, and I imagine that's why we are trying to stick to the status quo right now because we don't want to draw any unnecessary attention to ourselves. That's what I'm thinking. So let's go ahead. We're going to sleep through the night. It seems like our energy needs are perfectly fine right now. We don't need anything else too crazy. I just want to see if we have left anything out in the open. I don't think we have. I think we're still pretty good in that degree. So, well, in that space at the very least. So, yeah. All right. Keep on advancing that time. 20 blocks. I want to see a hell of a lot more. So we're going to need Pyre to do that pretty much constantly. Just because a lot of the flooring has already been placed down, half tempted to go and get some more of the bamboo because we're going to need that for the flooring because that is our main flooring in there, so we're going to have to go hunt down. Even the ones that are 80% we can harvest, but I'd rather we leave them until they get to 100%. Damn, failing with those blocks isn't good because obviously we don't have very many of them right now. So we've got 2 that we can harvest right there. That one is almost ready to be harvested. And I guess the thing is, like, this bamboo is invasive. It's really gonna cause us some potential issues, and that's why I think paths and stuff like that are going to be very important for us to have laid out about the place so that we can move around with relative speed. I'm liking the temple though. I'm liking the temple. I'm glad that we're building it fully out of limestone right now. It's just going to have it looking a little bit better, and I completely missed that, but Triton has actually butchered those creatures, so we did get some meat from them, so I feel good about that. And yeah, I don't think we need to worry about refrigerating right now just because our needs aren't pardon me, great enough for us to actually do that. There's just 3 of us still, and yeah, I think we'll be fine doing that. Now what I'm probably going to do is change the priorities for Pyre here so that she is wanting to craft more than she is wanting to construct. So we're going to put that on 3 and we're going to put that on 2. So that means that she is primarily going to be crafting. So as soon as she's done with this bit here, damn it, she failed. That sucks, but it's not the end of the world. And there's still lots of limestone that's nice and close as well. So that's going to make this process a little bit faster. And so it's going to be me that's ending up just chipping away at these walls for now. And Triton is cooking up more stuff for us as well. Excellent. And is actually placing those things down as well. I don't know if he's going to get as involved in construction. I think if he does start to get involved in construction, I might have a look at shifting some other priorities around. What I'm going to want to do is try and create a dumping stockpile for us as well, just for all of those chunks. And you know what? I'm probably okay with it being up and around here for the time being. So we just want chunks to go up there. So, yeah, just chunks. So clear all. There we go, just chunks, perfect. And so Triton, hopefully we might be able to get involved with doing that. What are you doing currently? You're hauling steel to the main pile. That's nice that he was going all the way up there to do that. And he's also just placing things down as well, which is great. I mean, like, he's not a constructor, but he's doing that because it's kind of classed as being a hauling job now, is getting these things to where they need to be for construction, so that's good. Looks like even I'm failing on the walls, which is unfortunate, but not the end of the world. We've gone through the bamboo again really quickly, so I'm just gonna have to go and see if I can spy some more. I can just go harvest, and that will harvest everything in the area, but I'm not wanting to do that because, like I said, I don't want to harvest plants that aren't ready to be harvested. But it looks like these are all pretty much ready to go, so I'm fine with doing that. And I'm assuming that we can actually replant bamboo. I think it's going to grow back pretty quick anyway. That's the kind of the nature of bamboo anyway. Harvest failed, that's fine. We've got a whole heap of it there, great. Excellent. Get stuff going. Okay, this is working. The temple is coming together slowly but surely. And the cloth is growing as well, which is good because that means that we're going to be able to actually place down our little meditation centers. Let's just check on the force. Ooh. Oh, we're close. Oh, wow. Okay, so I think the reason that I'm closer is because I've been using skills that I'm passionate about. I know that Triton has as well, because he's passionate about cooking, but maybe he hasn't been leveling up as much because he's halfway at the moment. So Triton, I'm going to beat you there. I'm going to beat you to whatever this first stage of the Force is, which we don't know right now. I actually don't know, so I'll be intrigued to see what that is going to be. Now, the lightsabers, they are able to deflect things, and I don't know how that's going to work with the shield belts that we have on at the moment. We did start relatively well equipped, which is going to help us with this start. We haven't actually been attacked yet, which I'm a little surprised. I guess the first attack encounter is changed into the encounter that we had with the Empire, where they found us and they were like, yo, pay us for living. And we did. So, yeah. I'm glad that we have gone with the potatoes for now, because the potatoes are going to last a long time. So even after we've harvested them, we don't have to turn them into food. So it's not going to rot away. Whereas this chinchilla meat, this is only one piece of chinchilla meat, so there isn't too much we can do about that. We can't really use that for anything unless we wanted to try and tame something. And we're not going to be taming these birds because they're a little too wild for us, it would seem. But we will keep our eye out to see if there are some eggs that get dropped though. The llamas potentially, but we don't really have a huge need for wool. It's never going to really get too cold here, so we don't need to have heavy clothing on, so wool isn't something that we are desperately going to need. Yeah. Whereas if we did have chickens, you know, having eggs or something like that would be great, but running into chickens in the jungle is going to be, well, that's not going to happen. Whereas we could probably have these cassowaries, if we can actually tame them over time. They could give us a... Well, I imagine that they probably don't lay as quickly. The egg process is probably a lot slower, so I don't know if it's as worthwhile, but who knows? We'll advance the night anyway. We'll just fast forward through this for now. I think it's still working fine having them all be on the same kind of schedule, at least for the time being. We will probably eventually swap someone off to be on the night shift, but for now it's working out perfectly fine. And I'm impressed with how fast these mushrooms grow. Oh, that's the growth rate. Look, okay, all right, that's my mistake. It looks like Pyre's just sitting down, just relaxing socially. That's cool. That's cool. It's a nice little space to do. Oh, look at that. Rykon Knight has begun to control the Force. Okay. All right, and as we can see, Wow, okay. So we have 1 point to use, okay? So there are powers: force push, force pull, force speed. So those are the neutral powers, and then you have force rage, force choke, force drain, force lightning, and force storm. Over here we have heal self, which is quite cool. Heal other, which is also quite impressive. Force defense, nice. Mind trick, very cool. Get them to wander aimlessly. And force ghost, ooh, interesting. I think we're probably going to want to try and use one over here first. Would we want to go for offense or defense? Accuracy or reflection? Increases the chance of reflecting deflected bullets back at the target by 20%. Tempting. Lightsaber accuracy. Where do we want to put this first point? That's a tough one, actually, trying to decide that. I think offense could be potentially good, but at the same time, I am going to go with the idea that, we are wanting to not do as much harm, so maybe defense would be better. Increases the chance to block melee attacks and deflect bullets by 15% per level. I think we're going to go for lightsaber defense. So that is using that first point that we earned there. Now, the force pull, okay, so the more that we level up that, it reduces the consumption of it. So our force pull does grow over time, and the way that we kind of replenish that is by meditating at these little points, which right now we won't be able to do until we actually get some cloth. Unless we can make them out of leather, which is maybe possible. Cassowary leather, we might be able to do that. Okay, let's have a look then. We're gonna go to furniture, this here. Oh, we can, cassowary leather. We need 30 though, so if we killed another cassowary, we'd be able to do it. Chinchilla fur, we need a lot more chinchilla fur to be able to do it. So I'm almost tempted to go and hunt one more of these, and I think that's okay. I think I'm all right with us doing that. Oh, look at this, the Force Awakens, that's quite cool. Nice. And Triton won't be too far behind me, but I think we are going to go down the light side path. I think it is going to be important for us to have some of the other skills as well. So obviously some of the neutral ones like force push and pull are going to be very, very helpful for us. But right now I think that was the right move going for that. Yeah. So I believe that Paya is going to hopefully go hunting now. Yep, there we go. She's hunting the cassowary, and it appears that she can do that from quite a distance away. Yeah, she's got really good range. This is essentially like a sniper rifle of sorts. Although accuracy from this far away isn't going to be super amazing. She is having her line of sight broken quite often here, so just go further around it. I could tell her to do this, but I want her to get better at it. So we'll see if she can. Let's check gear real quick. I just want to check out the information on that. Accuracy at long range is 79%. It's not too bad. Obviously, the closer you are, you have a much better chance to hit. Oh, there we go. We got a hit there, but it looks like it is taking off. Its right lung has been destroyed. Well, that's obviously going to slow it down a fair amount, isn't it? And it's really getting out of here. Okay. You know what? We might end up just going for this one here, even though we have done damage to the other one. You're more likely to... I'll let you do one more shot. No. Okay, so what we're going to do instead, and apparently I've had a PC sign on, so yay. I don't know if that actually appeared. It probably didn't, but I just had something pop up on my screen. So if you did see it, I apologize. I don't think it actually covered anything important. And let's see. Are we going to be able to make this shot? Come on. Don't hit the monkey. Just hit the cassowary. Is that how we say it? Cassowary. Yeah. And we hit it pretty good then. Body, and it's pretty decently damaged, although Paya, you're going to have to go around here to be able to actually get it. So this is the only unfortunate thing about hunting with ranged weapons that are this kind of distant. Wow, nice. Nicely done. I think she's going to go hunt the other one right now, which I don't know is the right thing for us to do. There we go. She got both of them. So I'm wondering whether or not we can actually get her to... No, that's fine. You go back, you do your thing, and Triton will more than likely go ahead and pick them up, and he is going to go and do that. So... yay, good for us. And it looks like we have got our first room completed. So with that, we are going to go and grab our first bed. We're going to go ahead and reinstall this, and we're probably going to put it right smack bang there. Although in saying that, it's probably going to be better for us if we do it not build copy, reinstall is what we want to do. I'm just going to cancel that just to make sure that we're actually reinstalling it. Putting it there. And the reason why is you get bonuses now for having the dresses and things next to them. Yeah, placing a dresser next to more than one bed will have no effect, but it gives a comfort bonus. And it's a comfort bonus for not too much extra wood. So I like that. Now, whether or not the end tables actually add to that as well, I'm not sure. Okay, makes it a bit more comfortable. Near the head, placing one near... So if you have an end table and a dresser next to the bed, I think that's going to improve how we're feeling about things, which is good. Now, whether or not these end tables have the same thing, they do. And you know what, I kind of like those ones a little bit more because they have a light on them. And it just means that you don't have to worry about placing a light in here. So I think we are just going to go for one of these, like that. Yeah. Nice, not bad. And we do need to ask for these to be hauled out of here. So let's go select those, go haul. We want all of those to be hauled out of here as well. We just want them to be cleared. And so obviously it's not a priority, so we don't need it to be happening right now. Okay, all right, go haul. No, not haul urgently. Oh dear, I've broken everything. Okay, so what we actually want to do is select and then go select similar, haul. That's it. There we go. Nice. And we are going to have these little cherry trees inside. I'm going to have this area as being open. Hopefully that's not a mistake. So if I go to zones and go to remove roof area, I want this to be unroofed as well. So I think this whole little area here we're going to have be unroofed. I didn't want that to be there, so we're going to have to get rid of that flooring so we can actually plant there. So we're going to go to floors and remove floor and just remove that tile there. There we go. Excellent. Let's get time rolling. Paya is doing a great job at getting that done, and I believe we might have enough now. Yes, we do. So question is, do we want to have these in the... I wanted to have something directly in the center here, and I'm thinking, I don't know whether or not you have like one per person, or what the deal is there. Oh, there's a raid. Okay, how did I not see that? Okay, all right. I need to be a little bit more wary. So I'm thinking it's going to be quite cool for us to have a pad right in the center here. It's going to be a nice little spot to meditate. It's outside as well. I think that's going to be okay. We're going to place that there, and hopefully that will get constructed. But yeah, so a group of pirates from the Bloody Scorpions have arrived nearby. So this is their first attack. We have a man named Shield rocking an excellent unibrow. He also has an auto pistol. How good are you with that auto pistol, my friend? Let's have a look. Character, you're actually pretty good with it. He's pretty good with it. Okay, all right, so he's actually got some decent skills all around at the moment. He's a pessimist though, and he is a slowpoke, so I don't think this is the kind of person that we'd want to keep around. In saying that, he does have, he's passionate about a whole heap of things. I guess maybe him being a pessimist isn't the end of the world, but I don't know. Are you completely naked? You are completely naked. You're just a man wandering in the jungle with an auto pistol who decided he wanted to attack a Jedi temple. And, you know, each to their own, more power to you. What we are going to do is he's probably going to come down this way here. So I think we're going to try and set up with as much range as possible with Paya to try and take him down with her rifle. Now, something that's interesting about Paya is that she's actually desensitized. So I feel like she has been through a lot in her career, and she's essentially become desensitized to killing. And maybe she is here because she does the things that myself and Triton can't do or won't do as Jedis, and maybe that's the reason why we're still alive, is because Paya has been here to make those difficult choices and do those difficult things. Okay, so we are probably going to try and set ourselves up here in this little building, and I think we will be able to get a shot off. Let's just have a look. Okay. How far? Okay, you've still got to come a decent way before you're actually within range for us. So we'll just wait. We'll be patient. Oh, you're actually waiting. Okay, all right. Well, in that case, let's move up on you. Yeah, we'll do that. And we'll wait for the opportune time to attack Shield. We're not Hydra. We're just trying to survive. Okay, all right. So you should be able to get a shot there, and sure enough, she can. Shield is coming for him, or rather her. Where is he going to set up, though, is my question. Come on. Come on, you got this. So we're actually in better cover right now, so I'm feeling more confident about this. Come on. Come on. Oh my god, you're kidding. What the hell was that? Oh, that was a smoke pop belt. That scared the crap out of me. Okay, so she is suffering from that gunshot wound now. Come on, you've got this. You're a much better shot than Shield. you should be able to do this. Especially with the smoke pop belt, that will actually help her survive some of this range shot. I think she actually just took a hit to her armor, and Shield did get hit there. His right ear was blasted off, so I kind of almost imagine maybe Shield is trying to camouflage himself, covering himself up in mud, and is hiding behind this tree, just firing at Pyre as she's trying to fire back as best she can, trying to line up some shots. The smoke is lingering around her, making her harder to hit. But, oh, there we go. Okay, now we got something. We could actually just have the combat log open here, so we can see that, yep, it hit Shield. It's an interesting name. It's not hitting his shield, it's just hitting Shield. And it's a torso burn to his well, he's got a burn to his torso. So we are just going to stay stuck in this building here, and he's getting more hits on us here. And I'm not liking that. I'm really not liking that. But her armor is actually pretty decent. She doesn't have any armor on her head. That is something that we definitely need to do. Apparently, they're beginning their assault, even though I imagined before he was actually assaulting us. We did start the assault, though, I'll be honest. We are actually in cover here, aren't we? Okay, there we go. And we've actually incapacitated him. And we did that in such a way that he is not hugely injured. So we might try and capture him here. The question is, how are we going to do that? We could try and hold him in a room just for the time being. How difficult would he be to recruit, though, is the question. We don't know that for sure. I almost don't like being able to see the psyche, because I feel like we should not know that much about them. But I'm just going to try and not look at it. I think that's the easiest way to do it. Oh, well, look, we've got a building here. It wouldn't take us too much effort to go ahead and chuck 2 doors on there. Pyre is actually okay, in no immediate danger. She's bleeding 26% though, so okay. You know what, we're just going to get her to head back for now. We'll allow her to do whatever it is that she wants to do. But we are going to go ahead and just create a sleeping spot here for the time being, and we're going to go and put 2 doors on as well. So it would be preferable if we saw this happen rather quickly. So we're going to go ahead and prioritize working on that, and prioritize working on delivering resources. Fine, you can do that, because then I'll just be able to finish it off in just a second. It's a little bit further away than there, so actually that's probably not worth us doing. I didn't realize that that was that much further away, so we'll deconstruct that, that's fine. And we'll do that down here instead. So we just need 1 wooden door, that's all we need. And then we're just going to go to furniture and chuck down a basic sleeping spot, turning this into a prisoner's space. It's not a very good space at all. I wasn't really anticipating us. Only beds in enclosed spaces. Yeah, we need to finish that off, don't we? So prioritize working there. And Triton, yeah, we're just gonna have to have you just hang out for now, unfortunately. So we'll go ahead, cancel that, cancel that. So you're gonna head back. I don't know why I had to go all the way back there to do that, but that's fine. Okay, all right. And we do actually want to give some kind of treatment to Pyre as well. Okay, constructed. Let's go ahead, set that for prisoners. And Triton, I would very much like it if you could go ahead and capture Shield. There we go. We probably want that pistol to get brought back eventually as well, so we go hold urgently on that. Even though it's half quality, so it's not an amazing rifle. Let's see, if we are going to use medicine here, I think it is probably going to be worth it. Yeah. Just because they're gunshot wounds, and Pyre made the sacrifice, so make sure that she's actually going to be okay here. Before you go to sleep, I think it's probably going to be better if we do a little bit of cleaning in here, just so that it's looking a little bit better, and especially down there. You're almost done, bud. There you go. You can rest now. And as for Triton, you have dropped him off, have you? Okay, great. So let's have a look at Shield. He's in no immediate danger, but the sooner that we get treatment to him, the better. So let's go ahead to prisoner. Recruitment difficulty isn't terrible. Considered guilty, expires in 19 hours. Okay. Oh, so maybe while they're guilty, you can do bad things to them. I don't know, maybe. But we're gonna go chat and recruit, even though I said, like, obviously, maybe not the most compatible person in the world, but he has some real potential. Yeah, I mean, he's not bad. He was a bodyguard trainee and a space bartender, so he's been around. So I imagine he was probably just out of his mind when he came to attack us. So we are going to try and we're going to give him some treatment. And I think I'm actually going to wake myself up now to go and tend to him, just so that we don't get any infections during the night, because the jungle, we're going to have a lot of infections, and they are going to be hitting us. So we'll go ahead, get that done. He's going to be missing an ear, but it could be a hell of a lot worse. I feel like Pi actually did a good job at incapacitating him and not killing him, so yeah, not bad. So average treatment, but that's what you expect when I was probably just using rags. And it looks like Pi has decided to get up and go ahead and wash, which that's fine. The treatment there is good. Oh, that was not good. I feel like it's because we were using the same space at the same time, possibly. Let's have a look at social. Exchange pleasantries with Triton. So what was that bad thought then? Under needs. Awful barrack. Embarrassed. Oh, because, yeah. Someone walked in on you when you were using the toilet. Okay, so that's got to change. That's got to change, and it will. Thank you very much for bringing that back. That is going to help us out, but we'll advance time throughout the night. And Pyro is actually fully healed, so that was good. I think it was actually worth us spending that. We've got a chinchilla hanging out here. Hopefully a friendly chinchilla, seems to be. And that meat, unfortunately, is going to spoil in a day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to advance this up to 20, just so that we actually do use it, because it's better than it just going to waste. Okay, so Shield can now walk around. We'll need to make sure that we actually are feeding Shield, and wardening is a top priority for me, so hopefully we will actually see that happening. It looks like that had been started to be constructed as well, so that's a nice little meditation space that myself and Triton will be able to use. This bed is close to being completed. Or bedroom, rather, but I would like to see a whole heap of things hauled out of here. What we're probably going to end up doing is just doing a whole heap of hauling once the construction's actually finished. I'll just essentially tell them, yeah, you got to do this now. And it looks like we actually do have a decent amount of bamboo plants that are actually in here, so we're going to go ahead and just harvest those because we're going to need to get rid of them anyway. Okay, there we go. Fantastic. So we should see that happen once everyone actually does get up and out of bed. All right, and Pyre, you're just going to be... What are you doing for us right now? Oh, more plant cutting. Okay, that's good. Cut that all down. Brilliant. Okay, and Triton, yeah, just doing these bits and pieces. Yeah, because we seem to pretty much be always running out on those blocks. Why are you taking... Oh, you're going to go get another one. That's fine. I am A-okay with that. And Triton's going to be cooking up the rest of that meat, which is good because essentially it was going to rot away. So this gives it a little bit more life. It's going to give it 3 days from when it's actually created. So it gives us a chance to eat it. We probably won't eat all of them, but it's fine. And as we can see, the chinchilla meat rotted away. There was only one of those, so we weren't liable to be able to use that in anything else, unless we had 9 units of something else. You need 10 units of food to be able to make a simple meal. And, well, I guess we didn't. That's fine. And we have more than enough power right now, which is cool. Obviously, because we're not using power for a lot of things, we just have 1 light right now, so not too much is going on. But the temple construction is continuing. We're slowly but surely getting there. And, you know, it would be helpful if Shield was there to help us. What was your construction? It's the one thing he can't do. Okay, well, he can do everything else. His growing skill is great. Cooking is really good. Medicine is okay. His social skill is good. Like, even though he's a slowpoke and maybe he's a little bit down on life, he's actually pretty good at most things. The recruit chance failed. That sucks, but it's not the end of the world. Head on back. You'll be fine. You'll be A-okay. Colonists need beds. Okay, so... Oh, because we moved the bed? Oh, that's why. Okay, that's perfectly fine. And there you go. So we shouldn't have that anymore. And I think that's going to be my room first of all, which is cool. Happy with that. All right. Need joy source. Well, that is actually true. We've just been staring at the sky, haven't we, really? And we haven't had that meditation table or meditation thing constructed as of yet. What would be good for us? I think even just a basic chess table could be nice. As for where we want to have that, not sure. I mean, like, having it in this space will be good because this is going to be like a... Well, it's going to be a nice space for them to actually hang out. But scenic bench. That's kind of cool. I almost would like the idea of those being nearby here, so we could do something like that. You know, it just gives them a chance to have a look, because I'm going to really beautify this space here, so that's the plan with those. Yeah. Cool. I'm glad they're actually using tables to eat as well. And we've got a whole heap of the limestone blocks put down there, because Triton's being a boss and getting everything hauled around perfectly. Very, very nice. And we're having one last little check with Shield here. I'm assuming that we've actually got a little bit more of a rapport. Yep, a little bit there. Shield is rejecting the offer for now, but that's fine. We will have to create some kind of basic, if we jump into hygiene, we'll have to create something pretty basic in here, otherwise, yeah, not exactly the nicest space to be. Well, it's just a hole. It's a hole in the wall, literally, right now that we're keeping him in, and it's not it's not the nicest. Okay, so once that's all complete, I am going to be pulling that back a little bit. We are going to have this here for a little bit longer though, just while we are still getting the basics of the temple up and running. And now that all of this has been done here, I'm probably going to be able to play around with the different types of floorings. Now if I go into more floors, you can see, not there, somewhere else. Where was it actually? Decoration, there we go, decoration. So you've got horizontal and vertical gravel, and you've got curved gravel. So the curved gravel is going to be going on the corners. Whether or not we can actually, we can rotate it, perfect. Okay, well that's actually really cool, I like that. Very, very nice. Nice little touch there. Yeah, so we're going to be able to have a bit of fun with that. I'm going to be playing around with the gravel. And the fountain's actually quite cool as well. I almost wonder whether the fountain would be better to have there. And huskies join, well I won't say no to that, a group of huskies. Oh, fantastic, brilliant. 2 huskies. What are your names? Perseus and Spargo. Okay, great. And that's a male and female husky, so we might be dealing with a similar situation to what we had in the previous colony. And, well, we'll see. Huskies in the jungle, it's an interesting idea, but you know what? What the hell? I imagine they're going to be able to survive relatively well out here. There's more than enough food. So I'm actually going to be happy to kind of welcome them to be a part of our community. But yeah, nice. Well, we are reaching the end of the episode here. We managed to survive our first raid. We didn't even need to draw our sabers. The temple construction continues. And you know what? I think I am probably going to change that into being a fountain of sorts, just so it's we can have those spaced around here so that more than one person can be using the space at the same time. But guys and gals, we're going to be doing all of that in the next episode. Thank you all for joining me. I have been Rycon. You have all been awesome. And until next time, may the Force be with you.